Everybody knows that there are a lot of social differences in our society. The religious and the atheistic, the powerful and the oppressed, the rich and the poor. Usually those differences are far enough apart to avoid conflict, and sometimes they brush shoulders without even knowing it, as we see in this report from Randy Ripplinger.
The custom carpet walkway announces these are no ordinary railroad cars. Indeed, there must be someone special who lives here. The sign says welcome, and you are, by invitation. Burton A. Burton owns the cars. They are for entertaining select clientele. Here, one's every comfort is attended to. Under custom hand-carved woodwork, the guest disposes himself beneath fine linen. His necessities are cared for with feet touching only polished granite under the most sterile stainless steel. The basins, of course, are created from the purest copper. And there is more.
The interior is Brazilian rosewood out of a single log, book-matched. And we designed all the furniture to meet the mood of the era that the car was originally manufactured from.
Burton A. Burton's southbound carriages sit oblivious to their northbound neighbors aboard a freight train.
This is a grain car. This is the best type of car when the weather's nice, because it rides smooth. It's so heavy that it rides pretty smooth. The box cars tend to shake you up a lot, you know.
I mean, we slept in a freight yard last night. And, you know, you got to be careful when you're hopping on the freights, too, because, you know, you could really get hurt that way.
The hobo threesome met during the night. Their reasons for being here varied, their destinations uncertain.
It's almost eccentric. I mean, some people might look at it as really, you know, low life, scummy, but it's not at all. You know, it's really a beautiful way to travel. You get to see the open country, and, you know, it's really free.
Yeah. I've been hitchhiking for years, and I've always wanted to hop freight, and I've never done it before, and I've had friends who have done it, and they've always told me about it, and I've just wanted to do it. Just for the adventure, really.
Well, we're just going to go to Canada for dinner. This is our plan.
What's the dinner called?
This is the dinner called.
Only the elegant here, exquisite crystal stemware, into which is decanted nothing but the vintage stuff, with names unpronounceable by the common folk. The genuine bone china is custom made. After dining, one may retreat to his cabin for a review of the day's financial activities, or entertain himself with television viewing. There is a TV in every room, and when the broadcast signal weakens between towns, guests may switch to the closed-circuit system, fed by 3 video recorders. Then there's the opportunity for a nightcap before retiring. All this exists, incidentally, to sell ceiling fans. The owner provides the luxurious journey to recruit a captive audience of dealers to whom he peddles his wares, some selling for as much as $2,000 each. But even this kind of life bears some grief.
The biggest difficulty is to get the flow of information into the Amtrak system so that we can make schedules that conform to their load ratios and so forth. And it takes a lot of pre-planning to get this on the rails.
If you don't get on the right train, you might get on a local or something, and it might take you 16 hours to get 100 miles, or it might drop you out in the middle of nowhere or something. On a sidetrack, you never know, you know. Some people have never been on a train before, and this is certainly a unique draw to their curiosity, and they, on average, seem to enjoy it very, very much. It's a very luxurious way to do something. Well, you can't beat the price, that's for sure.
And even when the hobos schedule carefully, sometimes railroad officials disagree with their mode of passage.
They're not supposed to allow you to get on, but they're pretty good people. I've met a lot of them, and they're pretty good people, but they have to do their jobs too. You know?
Inevitably, the carefree travelers were invited to meet their dinner engagement by some other means of transport. Station security officials, concerned for their safety, escorted the freeloaders to the Amtrak ticket window. Burton A. Burton and guest wandered into the sitting room for a respite after such a rigorous tour. Randy Ripplinger reporting for Channel 2 News.
And you can see who Randy ended up with. And that's the news on KATU in Portland. We'll be back with more at 6:30. Now here's ABC's World News Tonight.